corner and we drive to here to change direction. Casaloste is in the north side. This red line is the top of the hill. So north side and south part of Panzano. La Massa is the yellow one. And you see in this valley there are 4 or 5 little hills that decrease inside the valley. Just on top of these 1, 2, 3 and 4 little hills we find Villa Cafaggio, La Massa, Castello dei Rampolla, Fontodi. I think you know very well these 4 names that are quite famous in the world. So the 4 bigger and famous wineries in Panzano are these 4. Inside, between, in the other side you have other nice winery, smaller, bigger, it depends. Every winery with a different character, you know, different owner, different style. But so we are here, the yellow one. And easy to see, we are here, just the final part of the property, the wood is the boarding, the border. And we have 50 hectares of soil and just 20 hectares in production. Now we have a little piece of olives and many other vineyards planted with 5 grapes. You know, Sangiovese that we use for La Massa and Carla. Cabernet Sauvignon Merlot Petit Verdot because Gianpaolo loves very much French grapes. And a little part of Alicante in the vineyard down the cellar. Was an experiment. The old consultants wanted to try these grapes, and we keep for La Massa. Carla, our Sangiovese 100% come from this vineyard, Carla 6. It is the left side of the slope. When we drive up, the left side.
It's more north facing.
West.
West, sorry.
Yeah.
One more west.
More west facing. Yeah. But we choose this vineyard not for the exposition but for the soil. So when we decided with Gianpaolo and the new advisor to start with a project with Sangiovese, we choose the vineyard number 6 because it was the older, planted in 1998, and because we have in that part a very particularly stony soil that is typical in some part of Chianti Classico, especially in Panzano. Galestro. Sì. It's very rich in Galestro. This part, A2 and N. This part is very rich. And you see Gianpaolo did in 2000 more or less a big study. When we stop to produce Chianti Classico, we would like to improve our knowledge in our soil, in our weather condition, and so we started a big project to study the soil, weather, and the people involved in the process in La Massa. And first of all, the soil. We replanted all the old vineyard, and we did a lot of hole to see what we have underground. So type of stones, mineral, composition between sabbia, argilla, limo, pH in every part of the winery.
Wow.
How do you decide what are the sort of the areas to test?
We did was the University of Bologna, a laboratory, and 2 pedology, like engineer of the soil. We did 55 small analysis and 15 big hole with the machine to have an idea, because it's a mosaic.
It's pretty.
You see, it's extremely different from one side to the other. So we had to do a lot of analysis to understand.
It's quite incredible.
And this is so important because many winery here, but also in other part of Italy, just follow the appellation, the rules of the appellation. Appellation say Chianti Classico, you have to use 80% Sangiovese, 12 months in barrel, 6 months in bottle, and we don't have the soil good for 80% of Sangiovese. Not all soil are the best for Sangiovese. So we decided to study before and replant all the vineyard based on this study. So we planted Merlot in the fresh clay soil, for example. You see, very rich in clay, argilla, 50%. No, a lot of stones, rich in water. So Merlot is usually ripe in advance.
Yeah.
And if you have a fresh soil, it's better to balance
Yeah.
and delay the harvest time, because in Tuscany we don't need to
Yeah.
advance in Merlot. And it's extremely different to respect the soil where we produce the grapes for Carla and Giorgio Primo. That is this one. Galestro. Sabbia, sand, 60% in the first 25 centimeters. It's very friable. The water drain very fast. The pH is 8, it's quite high. A lot of mineral, calcium, and so this is a very mineral strong soil, but poor in terms of power. So we don't produce a lot. We have 6,300 plants each hectare, and we produce less than 1 kilo of grapes for vine. So
Wow.
it's a low production.
What's the hectoliters per hectare?
Between 35 and 45.
Wow,
It
that's Grand
depends.
Cru, like Burgundy. That's like really.
In the,
Small.
for example, in the clay soil that we use for La Massa, you arrive to produce a little bit more. But all this central part, with Cabernet Sauvignon, we produce between 45 and 55 quintals of grapes. So for 35, 45 hectoliters say, per hectare.
Wow.
For the top, for the Grand Cru. For La Massa, Sangiovese and Merlot, we produce a bit more, for sure.
So let's see. This is here.
We are here.
We're here.
So
So-
you see, this is the road,
Yeah.
this is the Carla vineyard, and this is the big vineyard in part.
So
in
we
front.
see like at the top there, the building. You see some Ginestra there. Is it
See?
Ginestra or Ginestra?
Gines.
Ginestra. Sorry.
You
And
see
it's-
the other two vineyards
It's like a.
is
Yeah.
La Massa
Uh-huh.
and are in this condition here. Also, the second vineyard on your right is divided in two different soil, G and C, and we harvest in 2 times. In 1 week before
Mm-hmm.
C, 1 week later G, because the soil change a lot, and so
Wow.
we have to
Incredible.
make different job.
So where is Sangiovese? Where is Cabernet?
Allora, Cabernet Sauvignon is all in front of us in this big part, in this sandy soil. And Cabernet Sauvignon is a part here and all here, and also in front of the door of the cellar.
Okay.
All here, all Cabernet Sauvignon. Merlot, 4 different spots. The higher vineyard is Merlot.
Because of the clay.
Mix
Mix.
soil, but it's 480 meters on the sea level, so it's quite high, and we prefer to put Merlot there. It's more fresh, more windy. We have a part near the wood, after the wood. You see? Usually we use for La Massa, just the best vintage. We arrive to get something for Giorgio Primo. Merlot for Giorgio Primo usually is here. Is a part, a triangle here, where you see the weather station. You can see a solar panel in the vineyard in the corner, and there we have 2.5 hectares of Merlot that we usually is very powerful and rich, and we use for Giorgio Primo. And one small part left side after Carla vineyards. We have 6 hectares Sangiovese, 6 Merlot, 6 Cabernet Sauvignon, 1.5 Petit Verdot, half Alicante, more or less, divided. Just only Cabernet Sauvignon is extremely concentrated in this central part, because it's the best soil, sandy soil for Cabernet.
And that pretty much goes into Giorgio Primo.
The majority.
Majority.
Yeah, majority. After this, the second part we started to study to check the weather, and we started to with the weather station to check every day, every vintage, the more important things. So the millimeter or rain of rain, this red line, and the medium temperature during the season from Aprile to Ottobre. And so you see the temperature, the change in spring, grow, summertime, and harvest time. And usually the rain is more abundant in this period, and after in summer is quite dry. This vintage is so particularly. We had very warm in March, very cold in April. Now it seems July. It's a strange season. I don't know what's up. It's difficult to make a provision. You are in Italy since many days, I suppose. You know, 2014 in Italy was a difficult vintage. Stable temperature. We miss the summer period. A little bit too much rain in August, and the wine are more fresh, less intense, less powerful, because we had a bit more rain and less sun. 15 is a completely different season. You see the summer extremely warm, the arch that we have, the medium temperature was extremely higher respect 14. We had a beautiful period, very dry to concentrate the grapes. 13 and 12 are two nice vintage. Again, 2012 was very dry, especially in summertime. 13 is maybe the best vintage of last 15 years. It was perfect, regular, nice, and we are so happy about 13. But
It
also
looks like not much rain in the beginning.
small, little rain,
Okay.
constant.
Got it.
So
Okay.
we didn't have a lot of humidity, a lot of problem, just small rain every week to integrate the plants and never go too much in stress or too much water to create the light grapes and dilution in wine. 11 was extraordinary. It was dry, 3 months, like a Californian vintage. So 11 was big.
Powerful.
And this is the second part of the study that we are continues to increase, to have more analysis, more dates. And this Francesco that prepare, Bufalini that prepare usually all this part. I follow more the cellar production. Francesco Bufalini follow more the vineyards and a part of commercial department and also this